All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Ole Valley School District Board of Directors meeting for August 16, 2023. Roll call, please.
Pollock.
Here.
Heckman.
Here.
Piper. Yes. Patkin.
Here.
Jackson. Keller.
Here.
Klein. Here. Markley.
Here.
Zachin.
Here.
Lisa Jackson is out of town this week, so she will not be joining us. Can you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
One nation under God.
I'd like to announce at this time that we do have a plan for a short executive session following the meeting. If it need arises during the meeting, we break into executive session at that time. So, school program. Board representative. Not here.
Student reps had to work. Mae Freed is working this evening, and Sean Hoffman may stroll in a little bit late. I was told he was coming.
Okay. Introduction of guests. I didn't see any blue cards. Anybody that wanted to address the board this evening?
Maria. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
You
thank
did?
you. I was going to thank you.
Okay. We have no presentations. Let's move on to minutes. I have a motion to approve the school board meeting minutes of August 9, 2023 as presented and posted online. Mr. Hecken seconds that motion. Any questions or comments on the school board minutes? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Piper.
Oh, she's muted.
She's muted.
Yes.
Patkin.
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes.
Keller.
Yes.
Klein. Markley.
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zachin.
Yes.
Posted online. Dr. Markey seconds the motion. Any questions or comments on the Commonwealth funds? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Patkin.
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes.
Keller.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Markley.
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zachin.
Yes.
Piper.
That's unmuted.
Yes. I'm getting muted.
Yeah, we some sort of feedback on your line. So we'll figure it out. We'll work it out. Treasurer's report. I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report for the month ending July 31, 2023 as presented and posted online. Mrs. Atkins seconds that motion. Questions or comments on the treasurer's report? Okay, roll call vote, please. Yes.
Keller.
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Markley.
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zachin.
Yes.
Piper. Yes. Patkin.
Yes.
Motion approved. And approval of bills. I have a motion to approve or ratify the payment of bills for the period July 14, 2023 through August 10, 2023, the amount as listed. Questions or comments on the bills? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Keller.
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Markley.
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zachin.
Yes.
Piper. Yes. Patkin.
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes. Solicitor's report. Mr. Pratt.
Well, nothing new to report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Pratt. Moving on to committee reports. This is going to be a record tonight. Markley. Dr. Markley. Hey, I just thought
Mr. Doctor, it doesn't matter. Mr. Pollock, I have no action this evening for the first time in years. And under information, our governor has signed a general appropriations budget bill. And Ming was so gracious, and our superintendent put a list of appropriations from state revenue, adopted budget allocation per PDE. And pleased to announce that we are very, very close to our projections. We are negative 1.14%, and we still have a few more things that may come in from the state. So Hard work, we're close, and we continue hopefully to be frugal, as our superintendent is. Our district will receive pre-K counts grant in the amount of $150,000 for the 23-24. That's the same as 22-23. That's it for budget and finance.
Thank you. Personnel, Mr. Dickens.
We have 11 items. Most of these are new to us, so I'll start out taking the first one individually. Motion one, I'll make a motion to approve the MOU between OVEA and the Olive Valley School District for Dr. Jennifer Jones, school psychologist, granting per diem summer days not to exceed 15 days.
Take it to motion. Questions or comments on motion number one?
Is that the standard?
Yes, what happened with this one, when the CBA was written back in the early spring, they did not have a school psychologist, but Dr. Schenk, we hired, fortunately, a school psychologist, Dr. Jennifer Jones, and she needs to have summer days to complete the testing, the reevals, as we get new students that are either newly identified or they move into the district. And just to give you a sense of how many between June and August, we've had between 25 and 30 students either new to the district or newly identified. So it's a high number of students that she would need to test.
It's not a new idea. It's something that we've done in the past.
She was in the past CBA, but at the time, that is correct. We did not have a school psychologist.
So 15 days is enough.
2 days is reasonable. Can't exceed 15 days.
This MOU runs the.
It would run,
The CBA?
correct,
Does it require her to work 15 days or just not exceed 15
not
days?
exceed.
So
So
it's
as
just as
needed,
needed.
correct.
And that's the historical number we've used.
That is correct.
Any questions? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Klein,
Yes.
Markley.
Yes.
Pollock,
Yes.
Zachman,
Yes.
Piper. Yes.
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes.
Oh, Keller, sorry.
Yes.
We're all good?
Yeah.
Motion approved, that's fine.
Motion two, I'll make a motion to approve Samantha Vaccaro as co-head and co-assistant middle school field hockey coach for the CBA for the 23-24 school year.
Motion number two, Dr. Is a motion? Any questions or comments on Ms. McGarrett as a coach? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Markley.
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zachman.
Yes.
Piper. Yes. Zachman.
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes.
Keller.
Yes.
Klein. Yes.
Motion approved.
And motion three, I make a motion to authorize payment of $6,806.61 to Dr. Tracy Schenk as per the settlement agreement to attend and prepare federal trial on July 20th, July 27th, and from August 5th to the 11th at a rate of $756.29 per day.
Mr. Dickens moves to motion number three. I'll second the motion. Any questions or comments on the motion?
I have a question because wasn't the trial only a couple days?
The actual trial was trial prep prior to that she was involved in with the attorney.
And that would be on her contract too, if I hadn't gotten paid for that, right? However,
Since she's on leave, this is part of the settlement agreement that anytime she put in.
right,
Right,
we
right.
would have that, right?
Right.
It was also based on the advice of counsel representing the district at the time to make sure that she was available for the preparation and the attendance at the trial, correct?
Yeah, and she was in some kind of affiliate, I believe, right, for the jury selection?
I believe so,
I
yeah.
believe it was.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions or comments? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zachman.
Yes.
Piper.
Yes.
Atkin.
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes.
Keller.
Yes.
Klein.
Yes.
Markley.
Approved.
In motion 4, I make a motion to approve the intermittent FMLA for Tiffany Capilano, sixth grade ELA teacher, beginning August 25th, 23, up to and including June 5th, 2024, accumulated leave not to exceed the allowable 12 work weeks of FMLA eligibility.
Mr. Heckman moves on motion number 4. Okay, Dr. Thacken seconds the motion. Any questions or comments on motion 4? Roll call vote, please.
Zatkin? Yes. Piper?
Yes.
Atkin?
Yes.
Heckman?
Yes.
Keller?
Yes.
Klein? Yes. Markley?
Yes.
Pollock?
Motion approved.
I'm going to jump to motion 6. I make a motion to approve Allison Kemmerer as the high school assistant girls soccer coach for the CBA for the 23-24 school year.
Heckman moves on motion number 6. Dr. Markley seconds the motion. Questions or comments on the assistant coach? Okay, roll call vote.
Piper?
Yes.
Atkin?
Yes.
Heckman?
Yes.
Keller?
Yes.
Klein? Yes. Markley?
Yes.
Pollock?
Yes.
Zatkin? Yes.
Motion approved.
If it pleases the board, I'd like to combine motions 7 and 8 since they both deal with handbooks. 7 to approve the 23-24 teacher handbook as presented and posted online, and also to approve the 23-24 instructional technology handbook as presented.
Can we take them separately, please? I have questions for number 8.
Okay, we'll just take 7 as listed.
Okay, Mr. Heckman moves on motion 7 as listed. Dr. Markley seconds the motion. Questions or comments on the handbook?
I have one question in regard to all handbooks, like at which point do they get posted for reviews? Before we have a final vote, because I don't remember voting for them to be.
At what point? Like when? Does it need to be 30 days?
When? How far ahead?
Nothing for, it's more of a courtesy with the handbooks. It does not need to be. It's
Administrative.
administrative,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. But I do have a little bit suggestion for number 8.
Let's move
Let's remove there.
Okay. Okay, vote on number 7, please.
Atkin?
Yes.
Heckman?
Yes.
Keller?
Yes.
Klein? Yes. Markley?
Yes.
Pollock?
Yes.
Zatkin? Yes. Piper?
Yes.
Motion 7 is approved.
And then I'll make a motion on item number 8 as listed.
I
Okay.
have a suggestion for for paragraph 5 in that book.
One second. Mr. Heckman moves on motion number 8. Dr. Markley seconds the motion. Okay, Ms. Piper?
Just the verbiage, because says in paragraph page 5, the Olive Valley School District is committed to maintaining an educational environment free from hazing, harassment, and intimidation. But what I don't see of some other substances like vape, alcohol, drugs, any of that. So it's just my opinion, but I think it should be in a book. Unless we can identify hazing, it includes all of that in it.
So I think, are you referring to the technology handbook? Is that,
Yes, instructional technology handbook. That's my understanding is for the children. I mean, for the students.
yeah, so the hazing, the bullying, any of those items are listed in the student handbook, as well as in board policy, but the technology handbook is specific to how our students utilize the technology, their acceptable use of our technology.
Well, shouldn't still we be having all the other stuff also?
Alcohol online. Like it's about using technology.
I mean, we could have, and I believe there is cyberbullying, but that's also in the student handbook. So this technology handbook is specific to how our students are using technology, and the only change, it's been the same handbook from year to year. And there's only one change this year, and that is how it's what we have found is that we don't always get the paperwork back for our technology handbook. So it's specific to opting students out. So in other words, the language that is changed is, and the new language that's changed is, and I quote, students will be opted out of the annual use and maintenance fee if the instructional technology program participation form is not returned within 2 weeks of the start of school. That is the only change that's in the handbook. And it's otherwise it's been the same for years, Jim, right?
So you can do hazing online?
Sure, there can be hazing, cyberbullying, bullying online, absolutely. And we can review with technology, with the IT department to sit down and see, to make sure that that is reflected in there, but it is definitely reflected in the student's handbook and specific to the use of the computer through their acceptable use policy.
Yeah, because in the past, having the messages if somebody wants to buy drugs for $40.
Very specific.
Yeah, it was very specific. So would be nice to have them probably language universal across all the books.
Okay, any other questions or comments? The roll call vote on number 8, please.
Heckman,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Klein, yes, Markley,
Yes.
Pollock,
Yes.
Zacken, yes, Piper,
Yes.
Atkin.
Yes.
Motion 8 is approved.
And finally, if it pleases the board, I'd like to move on items 5, 9, 10, and 11. They all deal with volunteers and substitutes. So again, I move on 5, 9, 10, and 11.
Okay, Mr. Heckman moves the motions 5, 9, 10, and 11 as listed. Dr. Markey seconds the motion. Any questions or comments on those 4 motions? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Keller,
Yes.
Klein, yes, Markley.
Yes.
Pollock,
Yes.
Zacken, yes, Piper,
Yes.
Atkin,
Yes.
Heckman.
Yes,
Motions 5, 9, 10, and 11 are approved.
thank you for that. And our upcoming meetings are September 11th and the 13th, and that's all for personnel.
Thank you, Mr. Heckman. Moving on to policy, Dr. Fatkin.
Thank you, Mr. Pollock. Nothing for me tonight. Upcoming meetings are September 11th and September 13th. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fatkin. Curriculum, back to Dr. Markley.
Thank you, Mr. Pollock. I have one motion for action this evening. A motion is to place the following plan course outlines on the required 30-day public review as presented and posted online. AP Stat and AP PLTW Computer Science Principles.
Dr. Markley moves the motion number 1. Mr. Keller seconds the motion. Any questions or comments on those 2 classes? Well, actually, we're just putting on the first time. Okay, so any questions on putting online? Roll call vote, please.
Klein, yes, Markley.
Yes.
Pollock, Zacken, yes, Piper,
Yes.
Atkin,
Yes.
Heckman,
Yes,
Keller.
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Upcoming meeting, September 11th, September 13th. That's it for curriculum.
Thank you, Dr. Markley. Property and Transportation, Ms. Piper.
No actions today. Upcoming meetings 9/11, 9/13.
Thank you, Mrs. Piper. Student activities, Dr. Fatkin, you mind jumping on it?
Sure, why not? Let's see here. Well, now further a little bit. We've got 4 actions tonight. I think we'll take them individually just because I think we'll take them individually. Motion 1 to approve the following co-curricular appointments. Compensation is per CBA. Head High School of EDM, Lori Berryman and Carrie Price, 50-50 split. Assistant High School of EDM, Lori Berryman and Carrie Price, 50-50 split. High School Environthon Advisor Jeremy Deisher. High School Yearbook Advisor Ashlam Seekman.
Okay. Dr. Fatkin moves the motion number 1. Mr. Heckman seconds the motion. Any questions or comments on those co-curricular positions?
Do we have everything filled now, Dr. Finnegan?
I think we have everything filled. Yes, Mr. Seekman picked up the high school yearbook advisor, so I think we're good.
Good.
Any other questions? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Markley,
Yes.
Pollock,
Yes.
Zacken,
Yes.
Piper,
Yes.
Atkin,
Yes.
Heckman,
yes,
Keller,
Yes.
Klein. Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, second motion is to approve the following resignation co-curricular position. Kayla Stauffer, High School Environthon Advisor. It's a mouthful.
Dr. Packard moves in motion number 2 is listed. Dr. Markley seconds that motion as well. What's the comments on motion 2? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Pollock,
Yes.
Zatkin,
Yes.
Piper,
Yes.
Atkin,
Yes.
Heckman,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Klein. Yes.
Motion,
Markley. Sorry.
Yes.
motion approved. Now I jumped on that.
Okay, motion number 3 is to accept the donation of $5,000 from the Lynx Wrestling Club towards the purchase of a new Easy Flex lightweight competition wrestling mat. That's gonna be awesome. So,
Dr. Packard moves in motion number 3 again. Dr. Markley seconds that motion. Questions or comments on the donation?
Thank you.
Roll call vote, please.
Zatkin,
Yes.
Piper,
Yes.
Atkin,
yes.
Heckman,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Markley,
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes, motion 3 is approved.
Okay, motion 4 is to approve the field trip request for Kayla Stauffer, high school agriculture teacher, and 1 student to attend the Big E Eastern States Exposition in West Springfield, Massachusetts from September 14th through 17th, 2022. Wow.
2020.
No, great.
Okay, it was time work. 2023, the student will compete in employment skills LDE. Student admission $24, FFA, chaperone admission $24, high school, transportation $340.60. Substitute coverage $187.28, miscellaneous $774. District FFA in high school, in total $1,349.88.
Dr. Packard moves in motion number 4. Mr. Keller seconds the motion. Other comments on motion 4? On one student?
Yes, it is for 1 student, and I just want to give her a shout out, Leah Walters, because she had placed second at the states and earned the right to represent Ojai Valley School District and the state of Pennsylvania at the Big E in Massachusetts. So good luck to her.
Congratulations.
2, please. September 14th and 15th.
I'm going to go, is that when we have a vacation? I'm going to confirm that.
I don't know. We don't have. Oh, right, here's our handy district
Oh,
calendar.
Fair's Day.
I think you have your handy district,
Yeah.
right?
Is it the-
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's the 14th to the 17th. So they might get the 14th in and then it would be the
Leave
15th.
after the 14th.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call vote, please.
Piper,
Yes.
Atkin,
Yes.
Heckman,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Klein. Yes. Markley.
Yes.
Pollock.
Yes.
Zatkin.
Yes.
Motion approved.
And under information, upcoming meetings are September 11th and September 13th. That's it for me.
Thank you, Dr. Packard. The legislative report. Packard.
Just a reminder to everyone, registration is open for the PSBA Leadership Conference, which will be held October 15th to 17th.
Under PTIU, I see there's nothing to report from Mr. Jackson, so. Ag advisory, Mr. Keller.
Nothing to read tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. I have nothing to report on negotiations. Mr. Hickman.
Our next meeting is next Wednesday, the 23rd. That's all.
TCC, Mr. Wang.
Thank you, Mr. Pollock. July reports are presented tonight. Next meeting is September 28th. Thank you.
Communications, Ms. Klein.
I have no action and no information other than our upcoming meetings will be announced as needed.
Dr. Peter?
Just 2 quick things. First, the calendars were mailed to taxpayers who do not have children in the district, so they should have received them. If not, they will be receiving them shortly. Students will receive a calendar on the first day of school, and the calendar will go to the youngest. Mr. Rothenberger, can you mute her? Thank you. And we will certainly have extras at the fair, so folks can pick them up at the fair. The only other thing is, we had our first in-service today with the teachers for the school year. I think it was successful. We had our high school band come and play, gave us a little bit of energy to start, loud energy to start the school year. We also had an elementary, middle school, and a high school student come and give advice to our teachers for a good school year. So all in all, I think it was a good day, and they're back tomorrow for day 2. And of course, the first day of school is Tuesday, the 22nd. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Finnerty. Under other, I do have an action item. I have a motion to approve the settlement to the civil action between Ole Valley School District and a former student. It was docket number 174983. So move, Dr. Markey, seconds the motion. Any questions or comments on the settlement? And we discussed this in exec session last week, so nothing has really changed since then. And I'm being pressed by the attorneys to get this thing signed and back to them, so. Roll call vote, please.
Acton,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Keller,
Yes.
Yes.
Schaefer. Yes.
Thank you. Motion. Also, I'd like to take this moment to mention something. As you may recall, Dr. Shank's contract with the district ends August 31st, and this being the last meeting during the time frame, I wanted to just take a moment to recognize her. If I remember correctly, coming from wrong here, Dr. Shank took over as interim superintendent about May of 2011, and then sitting superintendent later on that same year.
Right.
I was elected to the board in November as well, so she was pretty much the superintendent for practically my entire tenure on this board. Dr. Shank always had the best interest of students in mind, and from advancing the existing successful ag advisories or ag curriculum, to introducing and advancing the STEM programs in all the schools. Her fingerprints and influence are all over the school district. I can say I learned most of what I know about district administration and education as a whole from Dr. Tracy Shank. And we did not always agree on things, but we always respected each other's opinion. I appreciated that. So I wanted to reach out and wish her best of luck in her retirement and all her future endeavors. So just wanted to say that. Do we have any unfinished school board business to discuss? Do we have any new school board business to discuss?
I have one item. It's not really board business, but I did want to just take a moment to recognize the Ole Fire Company and all those that were involved in the Peach and Ice Cream Festival over the weekend. It was like a mini Ole Fair. The number of people here were absolutely positively incredible. We ran out of Peaches at about 7:30 p.m., but there was still some with the cobbler, so it was okay. But it was just great to see so many people. People from all over the county were here, some regionally and alike. But it just again showed how important the Ole Valley community really is, and people coming together, even after a thunderstorm and all those sort of things in the heat. It was just nice to see him. The other comment I have to make personally, there were 2 high school students there working for the fire company, collecting funds in the parking area, but they're also students at First Career and Technology Center. And one is in the electrical program, which is moving from the East Campus to the West Campus. I spent 20 minutes or more talking to him about it, and finally I think he's convinced it's a good move for him for his career and the like. But just to have a conversation with students at BCPC and the interest they have and the depth of knowledge they have was really, it was enlightening for me. So it was very, very nice. So anyway, great job by the Ole Fire Company.
No, it was a great job. Embarrassed to say that was my first time attending the Peach Festival myself, but I enjoyed it immensely. French fries and cobbler and ice cream, can't lose. I highly recommend it. Any other new school board business? Yeah, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Mr. Heckman so moves. Dr. Markley seconds the motion. All those in favor signify by